Yes, and welcome back. This is Celebración, a celebration of Mexican and Latin and Mexican American members of Team Stream Queens. Some, not all, some of them have either been on past Latin panels with me or have not been here yet. Who's to know? Who's to come? There's always next year. I am
Hey.
your moderator slash host, Marisol Lords. This is my fourth year in a row doing this panel, and I am so lucky to be able to take it um, from like a more like questionnaire style of panel into more of a celebration of our members here today.
Yes.
We're gonna go down in alphabetical order, introduce ourselves, kind of what do you do on your Twitch channel, any socials that any of you should be followed on, and kind of go from there. So we'll start with Annabelle.
Well, hi, everybody. My name is Annabelle Lecter. I am a drag streamer on Twitch, proud member of Team Stream Queens and Twitch's Latin Guild. We play a lot of Dead by Daylight on my channel, and you can find me everywhere, just Annabelle Lecter. And that's with a K, not a C. And yeah, I'm from a little town called South Lake Tahoe. My parents were born and raised in Guadalajara. So yeah, we did have a pretty like machismo household, meaning it was very like masculine. So me just doing this and being here as a Latinx drag artist is just punk rock, honestly. So I'm very, very proud to be here and can, celebrate with everybody.
Yeah. Elix?
Hi, everyone. I think I've been on all of the panels with you, right, Marisol?
Oh, you're my number one. You'll always be here.
Celebración, Sabor. I already forgot the rest. I'm old.
Fiesta.
I'm old.
And then, and then the first one I think was just Latin.
But everyone, hi, I am Elix. On my channel, we mostly play Dead by Daylight. I'm known as the #1 hag in the world, which is a killer in Dead by Daylight who likes to rip out your liver and eat it in front of everyone. I love my battle royales. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite recently, a lot of Naraka Blade Point, which I am completely obsessed. And recently got back into Overwatch thanks to this British goblin person that I hang out with a lot now. I am originally from Mexicali, Baja California. An interesting fact about me is that I am an identical twin. We moved to the States and immigrated here when I was about 5 or 6. And my parents are from Jalisco, Sonora, and Nayarit. They've been all over the place. But yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. And I'm so excited.
Kiyoshi.
Hi everyone, my name is Kiyoshi Yorha, pansexual non-binary drag king here on Twitch. I'm at twitch.tv/Kiyoshi Yorha or anywhere else as well at Kiyoshi Yorha. I basically was able to grab them all. And yeah, I do a variety of things. I am now focusing on like doing collaborations now. I recently played like Lethal Company, which was really funny, real slay. I'm trying to pick up DBD to play with my Stream Queen siblings. I need to make sure I do that.
You're one of the year.
Yeah, the one of the year. Yeah. To stay the team. But no, I'm also my family's from Texas. It's what my mom said.
Texas.
Texas. And but really on my mom's side, because I'm mixed Filipino and Mexican, on my mom's side, my mother's mom is Mexican, so got a nice mixed bag here. So
your grandma,
my grandma. I don't know why I could have just said grandma, couldn't I?
Your mama's mama.
Your mama's mama. Your mama's mama. Yovska.
Hi, besties. My name is Yovska, drag plushie here on Twitch. I am the ultimate drag plushie. IRL and in drag, I have a huge plushie collection, doll collection, etc. We play a lot of Identity 5. That's my current addiction at the moment. It's basically Dead by Daylight but Coraline with anime crossovers. I think I have like 3,600 hours on it in like 2 years, or wait, no, 3 years almost. 3 years almost.
Wow.
Originally, I was born in Mexico, and then I immigrated to Canada when I was around 7, and pretty much grew up here. Though I still speak Spanish, we still got that. I can't cook for shit though, sadly. That's definitely on my list of things I want to do. Oh dear. And yeah, you can find me on all socials at Yovska, Yovska, and yeah.
Love. And then once again, introducing myself, I'm Marisol Lords, award-winning Peruvian drag queen, your host for this panel. I'm also a member of Twitch's Latin Guild, and We're going to do some icebreakers before we get on with our topic. So this type of panel, I am shifting it to more of an interview-based panel because we are celebrating each members, both together, but also individually to kind of just focus on what they have accomplished, which I think is nice. It's fun, but some icebreakers. What do you think is the political climate like? No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You said no.
I was like,
not
wait.
political.
Mami, yo no me muerdo
I
la
mean-
lengua.
I know.
Although I'm ready to fight, I'll do it. Well, if we're gonna
Right.
go there,
No, I
I'll
know.
go.
No, so some fun topics that I always like to just encompass and touch on are like, what has been like your favorite like moment within your cultural upbringing that like made you feel like proud to be Latine? And anyone can answer this.
I could definitely go. I mean, I will say I want to dive more into my cultures, and being like multicultural, it's kind of hard to do that because I have not only like my Mexican side I want to get into, I also have my Filipino side and a few other ones that I have. But at least with my Mexican side of my Mexican family that came with that was a part of my life, family was probably like the coolest thing and like the thing I definitely like feel a lot because I always had my cousins, my aunts, my tios, and we would always like we would live together like for long periods of time. So and that was great just because like I had essentially a big family at the time. There's like some more stuff that kind of got like pushed aside a little bit, but the fact that like I knew there was so many people that it was like a whole family there and like we all basically love each other and like made sure we are all okay. That was like probably the thing I like a lot about my culture.
Oh,
I open up the question.
for me, I just it's mostly the holidays, and I just get so proud of getting with family. Sometimes I go to Mexico and we all get together, and it's like I was a kid again. I used to spend every summer in Mexico up till I was like 16, 15. And so just getting with a family, cooking together, and I don't cook, just like Yovska, like I will burn the house down. But if someone's there to hold my hand and put some training wheels on me, we're gonna get it through. And then also playing a lot of loteria around the holidays. God, I love
Yes.
loteria.
Loteria.
It just
Oh,
gives me
yes.
so much pride. And having also, I have like a little Dia de los Muertos thing here at my house. I've always had it everywhere I've lived, and people think it's weird, but I mean, do y'all have anything like that in your home where you put people who have passed away that meant a lot to you, and you light a candle every now and then for them, and then you light a candle for every single one on Dia de los Muertos?
I've wanted to. I feel like I'm out of space at the moment because every corner you're like I have a lot of collectibles, but definitely that's on my bucket list of things I want to do, like to decorate my home. That sounds like a really nice idea.
I also take a lot of pride. I recently, or well, not recently anymore, it's almost been a year, became the Latin Guild leader for Twitch. My counterpart is Javi. So we run a guild full of Hispanic Latinx Twitch content creators. Another thing that I take a lot of pride on is I won an award last year.
Felix, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Oh, am I? Okay, then that's pretty much it for me right now in the little cute icebreaker moment. But I have to mention again, I did win an award too. Not
we'll touch on that. We'll touch on that. Don't worry.
Yes.
I think for me, like something that made me really proud was seeing my mother get her like green card, her citizenship, everything, just working really hard to become a citizen here. It's bullshit that she even had to do that.
Yeah.
But just to see her triumph, people told her no. Like she came to this country not knowing a single word of English, getting yelled at by people in restaurants for not understanding, to her becoming a citizen and then being a translator at the hospital. She did a lot before she passed, and so that like makes me very proud. And she moved here and went through all of that just to give me a better life and like a better opportunity. And so I'm taking that and running with it, doing the best that I can. So that's definitely something that makes me proud, I think about often.
Such a beautiful answer. Oh my goodness.
Really.
I would say for me, growing up, like I was bullied a lot for being Hispanic, and for quite a while, I actually kind of didn't like the fact that I was, like of Hispanic ethnicity. And so when I started getting to high school and like after that, like I really started to, want to explore that side of myself because I kind of felt detached growing up since my mom didn't really watch a lot of like telenovelas or anything like that. We were just kind of on our own. So doing a lot of that self-exploration, finding out like, different things about my history, Selena, I really got into her. That was so big. That was
Hey.
amazing.
Yes.
And just meeting other like lovely Latinx Mexican people as well has been amazing. And now I'm in this place where I can say I'm really proud of my heritage and culture, and I'm really happy to be Mexican. So, yeah.
Yeah. The next little icebreaker is, what is kind of like your favorite food from your culture? Is there anything specific that you make? during the
Tamales,
holidays?
baby. Tamales all day, every day. Yeah, I love tamales.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
tamales is
Down.
great. I usually like chicken tamales with the corn. Oh, those ones
Mhm.
slap so
Ooh.
hard.
It's just like,
Tamales,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
De
like
raja,
warm.
de queso con raja. Ooh.
Yes. It just brings like warm, fuzzy memories of the holidays. Just waking up in the morning,
Do
smelling
y'all
the
put
tamales.
aceitunas, señor tamales? Because I'm from Jalisco too, and from
Yes.
Jalisco and Sonora, they put them like they cut like the corn tusk and they put strings and they like tie ribbons on the sides when they wrap them. But there's also
Mhm.
that big fat green olive at the end of the tamale.
Oh,
I love mole. I'm a mole girl.
Mole,
Oh,
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
for
girl,
me,
the
it's always the
traditional red
pozole.
mole.
Yes, pozole
Well,
too.
So
pozole.
that's like the
Okay.
one thing I can sort of make, just because I really like it.
Oh,
But
yummy.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you can cook.
And menudo. Oh,
Do
God,
I
love
like to?
menudo.
No,
Oh,
but I can.
menudo.
I also put
Menudo's-
my hand down. I'm like,
what if
Menudo
I
slaps.
chuck something frozen into the oven? Does that count?
Yes, it does. It's the
Oh, well,
fantasy.
I don't know. Yeah. Really depends. I think also like tacos, but like actual Mexican tacos where it's just like corn tortilla.
Authentic tacos.
Yeah,
Mhm.
authentic. It's like corn tortilla, carne asada, onion, cilantro, and then lime. That's
Oh
it.
my God. You
Like that's
California
so-
texture girlies are so lucky because
Yeah.
you can walk outside and go to the taco truck. We got nothing here.
No.
I don't say that.
down.
How about candies though? I love my mazapan, my dubalín.
Yes, Nuvalin all day.
Oh, gancitos,
Mhm,
bubulus.
yes.
Ooh.
The little clown lollipops, like the
Yeah,
marshmallow
with the
clown
big
ones.
gummy
Oh.
eyes.
Yes,
Oh my God,
yes, the
yeah.
paletas.
So
Hell yeah.
I do remember those.
Now I'm hungry.
good. Yeah,
I
that's a
give you
sugar
one. I
rush.
said, everybody look under your seats.
Shut
Oh my
up.
Oh my
Feel it,
God. I've been
paleta.
sitting on it all along. My
Yeah.
fucking
Please.
marzipan's all destroyed.
By now it's melted on you. Okay, let's get into kind of like the interview, not the interview, the individual celebrations of each of you, just kind of promote y'all. And I really appreciate each and every one of you being here today. Like it means the world to be able to have this panel again, and also have just like one country to in focus and like really put a spotlight on y'all. It's really nice. Since I cut you off, Elix, we're gonna start off with you because I feel really bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine, mommy.
No, let's start with you. Let's start with you because I love you and you're my sister. You mentioned that you are the #1 hag in Dead by Daylight.
Yes.
How did that come to be? What was your like journey with starting with like that kind of game and learning how to exceed in that killer?
So, I mean, that was not the first killer of choice for me. I believe it was Huntress. But then I noticed, like, I think she's a DLC girly, so like you had to buy her, and I ended up buying her at the time. God, this was what, 2017. I started playing DBD in October of 2017. And so I saw, and I had it in Spanish and said La Bruja. And we all know Mexican culture is very superstitious. My grandfather thinks he's a shaman or thought he was a shaman. Like they just there's just a lot of superstition when it comes to a lot of things. Like don't look at a dog take a shit or you'll get a sty in your eye.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yes,
Una
yes,
perriga.
yes.
Oh my God, don't look at me taking a shit, girl.
Please.
No, but the gag is I say that to white people and they don't understand it. But anyway,
They
I
never
chose La
will.
Bruja because it just resonated in me, and a lot of my family like is into the occult, which I don't believe in it, but I see it as entertainment, like for entertainment purposes. And so I'm like, let's do La Bruja. And so what I love about the killer and what really drew me to her was how, in my opinion, she's like the fastest killer in the game. She can teleport anywhere. You can trick people into going certain ways and then, catching them off guard. It's probably what I love the most about her, and just certain sounds she makes. I remember when I was in Into the Rainbow, Trixie asked me what made me so, good at her, and I said it's actually the sound effects she makes when people pop traps, and even not that, just certain things she does, from swinging to teleporting, that lets me know exactly when to hit someone. And when I do something, I put my all into it. I want to be the best and I want to win. That's how I have fun. If I'm not the best and I'm not winning, I'm not having fun, which is really unhealthy, actually. But I'm a Virgo, so it's very easy for me to reach perfection in some areas. But anyway, God, I'm so full of shit. But no, that's pretty much my journey with Hag. If that was the question, and what drives me to want to be, or what drove me to be number one on that killer, at least in North America.
Slay, yeah.
You
You also mentioned that you are an award winner. Please deep dive into your award, mama.
Yes.
So I won the award last year for Queer Twitch Streamer of the Year with Reverie TV, which is a television network that is founded by BIPOC non-binary people, which is amazing. The network right now, they premiered Drag Latina season 2, so y'all better be watching it. And so the award show encompasses so many different types of art forms, from singing to acting. I know J-Lo was in it, that Jennifer Lopez was in it that year. And right after me, Kim Petras won an award. Like I was gagged that I was part of these type of people. Like I'm just a streamer on Twitch, and oh wait, that's Jennifer Lopez, that's Kim Petras. I was just gagged. And then this year, bitch put in one, and I got to present her award, and that was amazing. But the award encompasses just, a trailblazing streamer on Twitch. And I think that's a beautiful thing, that they are so diverse in their choosing and they actually notice people of color. So I love that. But again, co-founded and founded by BIPOC non-binary people. So that says a lot.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Shout out to TV.
Down. Speaking of trailblazing, you and Jubby are the leaders of the Twitch Latin Unity Guild. Can you please let us know what the guild is, what it encompasses, and some accomplishments you've done within the guild itself, as well as any plans for the future?
And so for our guild, Twitch has never done anything like this before. There are 3 guilds currently: Latinx, Hispanic Guild, Women's Guild, and Black Guild. I know there's a QR code around somewhere that y'all can scan if you want to apply. It's open to affiliates, it's open to partners. What we do is we want to create, or we already have, we've created a community Discord where people can get in there, gel their ideas, collaborate, increase their spotlight here on Twitch, magnify their presence. We create events every single month, 1 to 2 events every month that are paid events for all of our members that we reach out to. I think a couple of y'all have been in our events. And we raise money too. We raised $2,000 for Fuck Cancer, which is something we were really proud of. I can't really dive into the details of what we're doing down the road, but there's a lot of exciting things, and Twitch has given us quite the budget to really do what we want to do, from facilitating from the comfort of our own home to even traveling with a group of people just to do an event. But mostly what the guild represents, all 3 of them, is seminars. How do I negotiate? How do I reach more people on Twitch? How do I know my worth on Twitch? What can I do? What should I be doing to be discovered? And just stuff like that. That's just the tip of the iceberg, and we're just scratching the surface. But you mentioned Trailblazers, and it's just one thing I take a lot of pride in. Not just being one of the first drag queens with Trashly, Dear, Miss Kiki Powers, but then starting my journey in this trailblazing moment with Twitch selecting me to be a guild leader. I don't know. I take a lot of pride in that. And then we circle back to the first question we asked, what we take a lot of pride in when it comes to our culture and being Mexican. And that's another answer that I wanted to dive into, but didn't want to,
I'm sorry, that was on me.
And Marisol literally reached over here, pulled my wig, and slapped. I'm very happy.
I said a squinkle, vamos.
Not that, please.
I'm very happy I'm wearing 10 pounds of makeup so y'all can see the bruise Marisol left on my face. But I forgive her. I forgive her because that's my sister. And when I was in Florida, she came out to see me. But no, pretty much, I hope I answered your question, Marisol. And I love you all. Oh my God, I'm having so much fun.
Snatched your wig and I slapped you. So true.
Please.
No, I made her get it to dry.
I could have to sing girl.
No, you take your makeup wife, get it out. No, I'm kidding.
Done.
Don't you dare. Thank you so much. I know Annabelle and I are recent members of
Yes.
the Latin Unity Guild, and I feel I can speak for both of us when I say we appreciate everything that the guild has provided for us thus far, and we can't wait to see where it goes because it's just starting. The program
Yeah.
just started, and it can only go up from here. Speaking of Annabelle, hey Annabelle.
Hi.
I kind of want to dive into some of your first year achievements.
Yeah, definitely. So I started streaming actually in June of, damn, what was it, 2020, I think. Yeah, and honestly, like speaking of trailblazers, yeah, Elix was the first drag streamer I ever saw. It was no, I'm being serious. It was on TikTok. You were going against the Wraith, you had a fucking popsicle in your mouth, and I was like, wait a minute, I love DVD, I do drag, I could do this too. I was like, oh my goodness, and that literally lit a fire under my butt. And so I have to thank you for that, because if I didn't see you, who knows when I would have been here. So shout out to Elix. I adore you very much. But yeah, a year into streaming, I was able to secure that partner check mark. Something I'm very, very proud of. I was able to cultivate a community of just a lot of dedicated people. My cannibals, I adore them very much. And they're always there for me, always championing for me. And as we all know, like getting partner is half the battle. Keeping that community is the other part of the battle. And it can be really hard. And so I'm very grateful for having such a dedicated group of baddies behind me. And yeah, definitely first year was a wild ride, but happy to be here. So
Down. Speaking of your community, with your community, you've also been able to secure some sponsorships. If you would like to talk about those.
Yes, definitely. So I've secured a lot of fun partnerships. Kimchi Chic Beauty, I adore her makeup. I adore her as a drag artist. I was reached out to be a part of the team. I was like, absolutely, like hello. So that was amazing. I used to do a lot of like PR back in my Instagram days before I was a Twitch person. So I took a break from drag for like a year and a half after my mom passed, because it was just kind of hard to find the motivation to get up and get in face. But before she passed, we had a really long talk, and she said that her one wish is for her death to not deter me away from like doing what I love. And so I just needed some time. But as I said, I saw Elix, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have something that makes me want to get up and do drag again. And so yeah, we started streaming, and yeah, it was really cool. Got a few sponsored moments too. Got paid to play a few video games. It was kind of cool. It felt really just awesome. I felt like official. You know what I mean? So yeah, been a lot of like cool opportunities. Blackcraft Cult, That's Two Gay Lashes. Y'all know Alexis Atari, icon and legend. I'm a part of that PR team. Misty G Beauty. There's a few Misty G wigs on this panel right now. And so just very grateful for all the opportunities. Definitely.
Yeah. And the last thing I wanted to touch on is we've mentioned the Unity Guild, but anything that you would like to share on that?
It was about time we had a space for Latinx content creators, for Black creators, for women, and hopefully more guilds are coming, but yeah, it was about time. And so when I heard about it, I was like, oh, I'm interested. So I did a few applications, finally got in. Very grateful to be amongst just me lasa, you know what I mean? Very, very grateful. And yeah, I can't wait to see what the future holds. Definitely want to do a lot of collabs with a lot of you. So let's set something up.
Yeah, just go into the Discord, mama.
Yes.
Following up, let's get into Kiyoshi Yorha. Kiyoshi, I was just moderating the TwitchCon drag showcase panel, and you were a part of TwitchCon San Diego. Well, let's touch up on that.
Yeah, TwitchCon San Diego was amazing, and I honestly at first I was definitely like I didn't believe it. Like I was like I kind of just started. I did drag, and then I started doing drag king looks and whatnot, and I was like, okay, now I'm gonna perform. And I did perform previously like 2 or 3 times like locally, but that was it. Then COVID happened, blah blah blah. But no, I'm just like really proud and really happy to be a part of like TwitchCon San Diego along with you, I'm sure. And that definitely was a really great. I was really proud of myself and happy to be a part of that, because I showed myself that I can dedicate myself to a number essentially and twirl that flag and go on stage and like give like the performance that I I'm just very proud of myself for that. And yeah, I don't know. That's definitely one of the things I'm very proud of and very happy to be a part of.
Yes, I
Also,
also being
the,
the first, yeah,
yeah, the first drag king on at the TwitchCon drag showcase as well.
down. Now, continuing on, you were on Xbox's Twitch page. How was
Yeah,
that?
yeah, it was great. Xbox had like many of like the stream queens have been so supportive of like queer people and also uh people in different races as well. And they invited me to uh be a part of their Asian Pacific Islander like takeover is what they call it. And yeah, that is definitely another moment that I felt was just awesome because they brought me in. I got to showcase a game that I really love, Tunic, a very Zelda inspired game. And I couldn't be more happier because, again, I get to show off my drag, and the community over there was really cool. And I don't know, I didn't like, I didn't shit myself while I was on there, which I feel like I would, but I pulled it
Please.
together.
We wear a diaper. We say not on today.
Not for that.
You're not gonna give us dice today.
No, yeah, not. No.
You are so. Um, Last thing I wanted to touch up on. You mentioned that you have done some self-reflecting.
Oh yeah,
Would you like
yeah.
to share?
It's interesting. I'm probably going to mention this again in the mental health panel, which I'm a part of for that as well. But definitely in pretty much after TwitchCon, uh, events happen and things just definitely there was definitely a bump in the road. And I realized that I was like depressed, anxious. I was worried about like what I don't know, every little thing essentially. I was worried that people hated me, that someone was sabotaging me, and I think we all kind of like can relate to that in some way as well. Um, but it wasn't until I took therapy and stuff and like was told some of these patterns and whatnot, and I realized at that point I realized it's because of these things and things from the past um, that like happened. And going from there, I'm now doing things like exercising and actually looking myself in the mirror and saying that I'm proud of you and I love you. And that is something I like I don't think I've ever said to myself for years. And that is like that's something I definitely like celebrate too as well, especially now. And it's nice that I finally get to do that now because it's been too long.
You make me so happy. Thank you, Kiyoshi. You've been
Thank you.
sharing. We're going to I'm doing this thing where I'm like we're flying into or we're diving down. No, I'm kidding. Let's go on to Yovska. Yovska, you are psychotic. You are a psycho, and I love you dearly. Part of why I'm saying these things is because you are a creature of cosplay of all these magical things that we're seeing live, both like in and out of a stream. So I want to talk about your Sonic cosplay. If you want to dive into how was it created, what inspired like it going viral, all of it. Tell me everything.
Yeah, so that look in particular is really funny for me because I think it's probably like my single most like known number outfit, whatever. And it all happened because of like, pandemic drag, pandemic videos. Like, I think it was actually a video specifically I made for like the Sega show that bitch was putting on. And so I think some Sega executive got to see it, hopefully at some point. But it wasn't a year after till it started going viral because of the Stranger Things like playing Running Up That Hill. And so people were searching up Running Up That Hill on YouTube. They would find my video.
Yes.
And so now I think it has like over 250,000 views or 300,000 views on YouTube. And like it's really funny. On TikTok, it also went viral multiple times, like people just reposting it. And I mean, I don't want to get too much into this part, but I was in a reality TV show that I don't like to talk about for various reasons. But it's really funny now because I feel like now I get recognized more for the Sonic than for the show. Like I remember I was doing some like Comic-Con show here in like Ontario, and people kept coming up to me when I was wearing the Sonic, being like, "Oh my god, you're that person from that Sonic TikTok," versus like maybe like one person recognized me from the reality TV show. So I think that was super funny. And honestly, made me feel really proud to kind of know that, you know, I still have a life after reality TV. You know, I can still have viral moments and still make a name for myself and stuff. So yeah.
I love that, especially some not letting something kind of like coin your worth or anything like that. That's really nice. I want
Yeah.
to.
You know, I think a lot of people sometimes when they leave stuff like reality TV, like things can really dry up for them, or you know, like it can be kind of like their pinnacle of like, well, they can end up feeling like it's their pinnacle of like, oh, I'm never gonna be able to get past this or kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm someone that always likes to chug ahead and just like, you know, keep going and chasing after things. So yeah.
Live, laugh, love, diva. Speaking of metrics, you recently have done something cool with your socials. Tell me about that.
I would say, yeah, no, it's super cool because you know, having after like doing like doing drag now, what is it? Started 2016, so it's been, I'm really bad at math. I went to
That's
art school, not math school.
You're
Almost
you're
8 years.
I got the time wrong for this panel, so I'm not good with that either.
Yeah, something like 8 years almost. I've been really able to build like my, you know, my following on socials. Like I finally reached 100K on Instagram. Like that's super awesome. That was always one of my dreams. I was able to match that on TikTok as well. Um, which is next, besties. But no, that's been super great, and honestly, like it's super validating to, you know, see that people really enjoy my work, despite it being so out of the box when it comes to, you know, drag, and my ideas aren't always super relatable or conventional. So that's been super great, and it honestly has led me to be able to, you know, finally do full-time drag, and you know, be able to do this full time, be able to travel and like do different events with people, get to meet new people. Um, and well, I also did the drag showcase recently, so that was super awesome, and you know, getting to show my work there too. So it's honestly been a really great experience, you know, and I really hope I can keep doing this. So I'm working to keep that going, you know. So yeah.
Love. Um, for all of us drag artists that are trying to make drag their full-time career, do you have any advice that you'd like to share?
I would say keep doing what you're doing and like, you know, focus on yourself and your uniqueness. Like don't try to do what everyone else is doing. Focus on what you enjoy doing, because I think it can be really easy to start running out of steam and fall out of love with drag. And I feel like it's something what happens when like it's like you focus too much on just, you know, numbers or money on things like that. So keep doing what you enjoy, and you know, you do it because you like it, and you know, eventually when people see you enjoying something, they'll also want to support you as well. So I think that's the biggest piece of advice I can give.
Slay. Also, I personally want to know how you come up with the ideas for your craft and how you
Oh my
execute it
gosh,
as
that's
well.
so funny. So one of like the main points into why I started doing drag was always kind of like from these feelings of like not being able to fit in well with super people, or you know, things like that. And so growing up I was really obsessed with like the paranormal and monsters and creatures. And on a level I felt like I could almost relate to them. And so when I started like getting into like drag circles or like ballroom spaces, I would start dressing up like these monsters and creatures, and it kind of just became like a thing for me. So now I just kept doing that, and so now whenever I have an idea for something, it's usually if I see some creature I really like, or for example, like I don't know, cinema roll, like, oh, let's dress up like cinema roll, I think it'd be funny or cute. Or if there's something trending that sort of fits my aesthetic, like FNAF or like Huggy Wuggy, I'm like, oh, you know what, let's do that, I think people would like it and it also fits me. So yeah, I guess that's sort of how I get my ideas, but sometimes they literally will just come to me randomly.
Iconic.
Love that. Yeah, I'm glad we're able to celebrate you. Once again, thank you so much for each and every one of you for being on this panel today.
Of
It like
course.
absolutely
Too.
means the world. Elix, you know I love you, always here. You'll be here forever until you say no, because I'll make you say yes. um, we are nearing the end of our panel, but I do want to see if anybody has any questions from us in the chat. You can use the little Q&A channel points that you can use a couple of channel points to get some questions in. If not, we're just gonna go around and I'm gonna make each and every one of you sing karaoke.
Oh, now hold on.
I actually did want to say something about to Yovska in when you
Yeah.
talked about like your relationship to this certain show to how like your Sonic was more like popular essentially. I think that's great. Mainly because it's like that's you. This is all you. And I think I mean I just think that's really cool and I don't know. I'm really happy that that is what people recognize you for too.
Yeah, no, it's really funny. It's funny because I feel like there were times when either other castmates or like people watching the show would be like, "Oh, well, they're so one trick pony," or like, "I don't get what they do." But then it's like I feel like the audience that I have is like not really the same one that watches that show anyways.
Mhm.
So I've been really proud of that, and I'm been really happy to kind of foster people around me that really enjoy what I do, and that's what I really try to focus on.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do have a question from the chat. Lunar_Mabius asks, thoughts on horchata, love or meh?
Oh.
Love.
Love, clearly.
Love some horchata always.
I think I can't have like
Oh,
too
yeah.
much, like only like 1 cup for me in
Oh no,
particular.
I can drink
but-
it like water, the way I breathe the air.
Mhm,
And some
it's so
alcohol,
good.
some whiskey to it. Like just get the
Yes.
horchata,
Rum
like I don't
poppin'.
know.
Oh, okay. Well, rum chata, yes.
Yeah, let's put some rompope in there. Oh yeah.
Very good.
love that.
Very good.
Opa Milk asks, growing up, have you ever gone to a friend's house and experienced culture shock?
Oh, that's a
Oh,
great
God.
question.
Yes, yes. I went to God, how old was I? We had just moved here. I didn't really speak English at all. And I think I was in 3rd grade. And we went to like this party. It was his like whatever, it was gonna be 7 or 8. I can't remember. There was no piñata. Everyone was sitting down. They had crustless Wonder Bread with mayonnaise and cucumber that I bit into and literally gagged in front of everyone. And I just I was just like in my little head, these are not my people. I don't belong here.
I don't belong here.
I'm like, where's the piñata? Like, what's going on? Where are
For
the mango
real.
chili pops? Like the mazapanes?
Where's the
I see
mariachi?
here, the mariachi. Like, all I see here is a crustless sandwich with cucumber and mayonnaise. How do you eat that?
No.
How do you eat that? Was a culture shock for
You
me.
gotta travel with a little bottle of tahini.
Mm.
I think for me, it was probably like going to like my white friend's house and just like seeing them call their parents by their first name, and I was like, hello.
wow.
You know, not seeing like fruit decorations in the kitchen, not having like, you know, those cobijas with the tigers on them, just being like, damn, y'all really live different, huh?
No plastic on the furniture.
Yeah, no plastic on the
what is
furniture.
this?
No rugs
Yeah,
near
literally.
the window.
Oh my god, for
Like-
me it was, well, I mean, not going to a friend's house, but when I like first started attending school in Canada, being shocked that none of the kids knew what the fuck El Chavo del Ocho was.
Yes.
And I was like, what? They don't get any of those references? I mean, not that I could speak English super well, but I was like, damn, no one knows what that is here.
Gag.
Where's the glamour?
Mr. G Sports asks, what do you see in your future?
Ooh. For me, I really want to start my own makeup line. That is a dream that I've had for a while. I did like a lash collab once with a brand, and that was like my first taste. I got to pick out like people to put on the PR list. It was so fun. So yeah, I'd love to have my own makeup line in the foreseeable future for sure. One of my main goals.
Play. If anyone else would like to answer, it also opens up to you.
I think despite all the trauma reality TV gave me, I would like to do it again, but definitely a different show this time.
We know what
different
franchise.
opportunities.
The
You know, I
franchise
think
that
I
you're
might
currently
do the
winning.
television. Pardon, what did you say?
The franchise you're currently winning right now.
But yeah, no, I definitely down the line I'm kind of planning on applying on some things. I gotta wait a teeny little bit, but yes.
I think like just like I think it's like basic in a way, but just stardom, I guess, or whatever. Just like YouTube, popping in there, doing collabs, making funny videos for other people, and just uplifting. I can see myself in that, and that's why I see the feature.
I see a couple of things that I'm looking to get into. I've turned down a few television opportunities, but I feel like I'm ready now, and I think that's my next move. I think that's in the future for me, along with opening a talent agency that focuses on underrepresented groups within the content creation workforce. and just finding opportunities similar to kind of like what the Twitch guilds are, but encompassing multiple communities that are just underrepresented, not just on Twitch, but in other content creator platforms, which I'm really passionate about. So
Hell yeah. I would also say Twitch partner as well.
Yeah.
I close my eyes. I look away. Lunar Mafia, thank you so much for a second question. What
thank you.
part of your culture do you feel the most pride in? Community, inspiration, etc.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to say maybe inspiration. Like I've always been so fascinated by like Mexican folk culture, La Dia de
Mhm.
los Muertos, like La Llorona, spirits like that. You know, it's always been such an interest for me, and something that continues to keep inspiring me for outfits or just vibes in general.
I would also say the same too. Inspiration and like the idea behind being Mexican and Latine. That's definitely something I see.
Yeah, no, literally sitting here, like looking at myself, I'm like, oh my god, what if I did like a Beverly Hills Chihuahua outfit, like just another dog?
Yes, do it. Do it.
That would be hot.
yes, I want to see it at Chihuahua. Just let us know if you're going to take a shit so we can turn around, please. Thank you.
Yes.
Right.
I'm shitting right now, guys. Get ready to get size
nope.
tomorrow.
Smelled. Misty G Quartz asks, if you could be any food, what would you be?
Tres leches cake, and everyone can have a bite.
Oh, wow.
That's a good one.
I'd probably be flan because it's just like hella good, honestly.
Oh,
Could
that's
take
so
a take.
good.
I'm sorry, going back to my choice, I just love my cake being soaked in milk. And for those of you,
3 kinds
hold
of
up,
milk.
3 kinds. I mean, I'm very diverse. So when
She's
it is
versatile.
and let me just describe for people in the chat that are like, what the
Yes.
fuck is tres leches? Tres leches translates to 3 milks. Tres leches cake. And so it's got 3 types of milk. I can't remember them from the top of my head, but whenever it's my birthday, I like to have at least 1 slice. So yeah, if I could be any food, I want to be a tres leches cake because I love when my cake is covered in 3 different types of milk.
Oh, leche.
One little poke and she just squirts out the milk, besties.
Mhm.
It's true.
I can't with y'all.
What we're talking
Nice.
about?
Right. Yeah.
Living
Actually,
on
yeah,
that.
right.
Talking about a delicious dessert served
Let
on
me cleanse my mind. I'm so sorry.
on any occasion.
Oh, you know what? Do lime lace count as Mexican? I mean, that's like Mexican American snack. Like,
I put lime on my
we
lace.
don't
So
have
yeah.
them here. Every time I go to the States, I like buy like a full family bag and I just eat it in one sitting.
Mm-hmm.
I forget you're in Canada all the
I
time.
know. Pray for me, bestie.
Oh right, yeah. You were really stoked about lime lace.
Sending thoughts and prayers.
So funny. Girl, I mean, we have like some Mexican food places here, but it'll literally be like $20 for 3 tacos. It's crazy.
God
No
damn.
taco trucks here.
Holy.
I'm so sorry.
That's
Oh
expensive.
my god.
Well, I go to Mexico, they're like $1.50.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I will say that, like, for instance, like I live in a very I don't live in a very ethnic area, but they do have a Latin store, and I was able to find the mayonnaise that they make in my country for the first time in like 8 or 9 years, and I almost cried.
Oh,
It was
Aw.
nice. Speaking of flavors, Jumbo BKC asks, favorite fresca flavor?
Oh,
fresa all day.
Oh, fresa. Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
What is fresca? That just means fresh to me.
Like agua fresca, I think.
Oh my agua fresca.
Oh, you were saying fresa, right? Like strawberry?
Yeah, I
No,
like strawberry, like
yeah,
agua
that's what I
fresca.
heard.
Strawberry agua fresca is what
I like limon con semillas de cheese. So that's like cheese seeds with lime juice. And it's a very good lemonade. And it has to be sugared appropriately or it's going to be nasty. But that is my favorite agua fresca.
oh.
The only one I've had was the one at Chipotle.
Get
Period.
So it
leave.
does not count.
I need you to leave.
Baja
Period.
Bye everyone. You can
Mhm.
have this. I also want to preface this by saying I am not Mexican or Mexican American. I am Peruvian and proud.
Very good.
Hey.
Very good.
Lunar Mabius also asks, kind of like, what's your favorite parts, slash more parts of having your culture, in terms of like maybe like community, fashion, food, language, etc.
Community, I would have to say and this is no shade to anyone that doesn't happen to be, you know, Hispanic, Latinx. I'm gonna drag some white people, but I just feel like in our culture we're so close to our family and friends, and we do so
Yeah.
much for each other. We pick each other up, we brush the dust off, we support each other, we build. It's just so beautiful. Where I don't know, a lot of communities here, especially within the white space, you rarely see that here, and it's in the United States. Like it's just they're so distant to each other, and oh God, I'm gonna get morbid a little bit. Some people can't wait for certain people to pass so they can get an inheritance. And I think that's so weird.
Yes,
Like
absolutely.
that's so weird to me. Like,
Yeah.
how can
Yeah.
you like what? Like, no. Like anyway, but to me it's community and how close we are to our friends and family
Mhm.
within our space. And again, how we build each other up and want to make each other successful. That to me is what resonates in me.
I think it's also like resilience too, because a lot of
Yeah.
my family members, they're very like, I'm gonna keep sticking with this, and even though it's gonna be hard for me, like I'm still gonna provide for my family and everything. Like, it's just the fact that we just keep going, even when it's hard.
Yeah. I have to piggyback off of that. And I think with some of us who are immigrants, you have to be resilient with all the discrimination and racism
Mhm.
and how you're bullied, you know, tapping into what Yovska said in school, how they were treated and bullied because of who they were. And it makes you feel ashamed of who you are. And I think we can all relate to that
Yeah.
in this space. We all went through some form of being shameful for who we were to the point of trying to hide or
Yeah.
say we're not Mexican.
Yeah.
But then it's re-embracing who we are that really liberates us. But yeah, I don't know, I just had to say that.
Yovska, and about anything to add? You can say no.
Oh no, they pretty much encompassed everything I was going to say too. So
There's a question I could see in
agree.
chat that I want to answer. People talking about Hispanic drag performers or artists or just your favorite Latinx icon. For me, it's Arca. They're Venezuelan and they are an amazing musician. I love them so much. And that's to me one of my Latinx icons. Arca, go listen to them on Spotify.
Period. Yeah, no, is there any drag performers or artists, whether in like the music industry or like any other industry that people might be sleeping on or you want to promote at this moment? Anybody go ahead.
Yeah, my favorite Mexican drag streamer is actually Deer. Okay,
Well,
it's gonna be
stop.
so bad. I keep doing that. It's so
I
funny.
can't.
though.
I can't wait to see you next year, dear.
yeah, dear, where are you, dear?
She's saying her,
You're
you know
all
what?
going to hell.
I gave her her first pupusa ever and she loved it.
Oh, word.
Good.
Oh
Yay.
my god.
She's basically Hispanic now.
She
Yeah.
really is. No,
I
she
will
really is.
say-
She's my prima.
When we were planning this convention, we were like in a meeting to like get all like the panels together, and then we were talking about who's gonna be on the panel, and I was like, everyone, you're all Latina, especially my bestie Aphasia. Love that. But the question still goes if anybody wants to like uplift any drag artists.
Yeah, for me,
Yeah.
I would have to say they actually are a new addition to Team Stream Queens. Smile Mortis, the bitch can paint, and they paint very well. And I think they definitely are being slept on. And y'all need to go check out Smile Mortis because I adore their type of drag, very, very much,
Check
very
them
talented.
out.
Yes.
Can we get a
I
link in chat just so I can copy and paste it?
Let me see if I can do it.
I am
Put the
not
mod-
a good
the mods got
speller.
on it.
Ooh, the moderator deleted your message. Ooh, oh, oh,
Oh,
Man,
Well,
kick
Please don't
her.
post links without permission. Thank you.
gagged.
Got you,
Got
but
you.
I fear. Smile
Thank you for shout-
Mortis.
Yes, Smile Mortis.
Oh my
They're
god.
artists
Dola
really
just shouted
really
out.
well.
Oh wow.
Thank you, Dola. Thank you, Zesty.
Oh.
Thank you.
Perfect. We also got the / Shada. If anyone in the chat would like to follow, that would be really cute. That could be fun. Did everybody answer the question? I don't know. Kiyoshi?
I don't have it on top of my head. I do not.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
No, I'm kidding. I don't.
I
You're
got
fine.
canceled.
No, you're a-okay. Don't you worry about it, Kiyoshi. Everything is fine. We're
I'm
all
writing the twit
great.
long. I'm about to hit send on the twit long.
I'm ready.
Well,
Now I have to just get Filipinos on me, which they already have. So
Gaggy. Well, we have gotten a little message for 5 minutes left of this panel. Once again, we have been the panel for Celebración, a celebration of Mexican and Mexican American members of Team Stream Queens. Now, remember that the panel is right here and not the only Mexican/Mexican Americans on the team. We have had several honorable mentions include, but are not limited to, Minx Queen, Lesbiana, Kylie Gaboris out there. Check all of us out. We are amazing. Not me, because I'm not Mexican, but check all of them out. It's great. It's fun. But apart from that, I'm gonna go each and every one of you once again in alphabetical order. Where we can find you on, who you are, what can we expect on your channel, and if you have any plans for the future. Starting with Annabelle.
Yeah, so my name's Annabelle Lecter. It was a pleasure being here. Thank you, Marisol, for the invitation. Thank you all for being here as well. Elix, thank you for the inspiration. You already know my love. And yeah, y'all can find me on Twitch 4 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 5 p.m. PST. We are a Dead by Daylight main open lobby, so come hang out, come kick it. Anybody can play as long as you're following. And as far as future plans or projects, I might be coming out with my own stream team here pretty soon. Very excited. Don't want to talk too much into it, but it's going to be centered around meme drag artists. So that'll be big.
Oh, Elix.
Well, you can find me on twitch.tv/Elix. All my socials are ElixTTV. You can find me playing Hag. I know I like going on a Hag streak. My largest Hag streak was 197, and that's on Dead by Daylight.
Work.
But we've been playing a lot of Naraka. I am the number 20 Valda Kui in the entire server of North America, and that's one of the characters in Naraka Blade Point, which is a battle royale, but super flavorful and cultural to China. Like, I love it so much. I'm completely obsessed. What do I have down the line? I mean, I pretty much mentioned I'm working on my proposal for executing the funding for a talent agency that focuses on underrepresented groups within the content creator space, and also, you know, starting to answer emails about television, because I feel like that's my next move as well.
Kiyoshi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kiyoshi Yorha, pansexual non-binary drag king here on Twitch. And I am, you can find my channel on there, twitch.tv/Kiyoshi Yorha. I definitely stream a variety of games. I do absolutely try to focus on indie games. In particular, I do try to do puzzle games. Some of them like Myst or The Room, but basically in that realm. Other than that, this year, I'm trying to be more focused on like doing collabs and working with other people. Things for the future, partner, I did just apply, so please if y'all want to help me out and support me, I would love that. It's going to be a lot of fun over at the channel and YouTube as well. I don't know.
Love. Yovska.
Hi, besties. My name is Yovska, drag plushie here on Twitch and beyond. You can find me at Yovska on all socials, YOVSKA. And here on Twitch, you'll probably catch me playing a lot of Identity 5. Right now, we're trying to rank up to Peak Survivor tier. We've hit Hunter before multiple times, but I'm finally in my Survivor era. 6th Painter on the server currently. What else? And the occasional horror game. Right now, we've been playing through Inscription. I've been kind of addicted. It's so good. If you haven't heard of it, check it out. And yeah. Thank you, guys.
Slay. And once again, I'm Marisol Lords. I'm an award-winning Peruvian drag queen.
Yes.
I main Dead by Daylight. I consider myself the #1 Spirit North America. And that's because I don't know any other drag artists that play Spirit thus far.
Hey.
Oh my god, we all start playing Spirit and DVD.
You better not. I would draw a gun and aim it at you.
And GTA.
Yeah, in GTA.
Yeah, in GTA, the video game.
GTRP, yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right.
in Dead by Daylight, the video game, we die
Mhm.
where we die. But apart from that, it has been a pleasure to not only be on the non-binary panel and moderate the TwitchCon Drag Showcase panel, but also moderate this panel as well. And I will see you all very soon because I will be the webcam in Two Girls One Webcam coming up very soon. With that being said, everybody wave goodbye, and we are out of
Bye,
here.
everyone. Adios, mis amores.
Bye.
Mwah.
Later.